Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Namo Namah, Namo Namah, Namo Namah, Namo Namah, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Prabhu Namo Namah. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Tumhi Brahma Vishnu, Tumhi Maheshwara, Devadi Deva Mahadevaya Namah. Tumhi Brahma Vishnu, Tumhi Maheshwara, Devadi Deva Mahadevaya Namah. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Tumi Harihara He Trishuladhari, Tumi Bholanath Prabhu Krishna Murari, Nitina Varupesa Pranavananda, Eshur Hidhay Mochiravananda, Nayana Variya Dekhe Arupa Arupa, Dhyan Magana Gurudevaya Namah. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Om Namo Sri Bhagavate Pranavaya. Welcome again, devotees, to a beautiful morning here in Jamaica, Queens, New York. And this morning, it's so important that, like every morning, that we start out the day in the right foundation. We lift ourselves from the inside, because inside of us is the totality of creation and also beyond creation. So inside of us, everything exists, not in a very physical way, but in a way that we have to come to realization that the gods and goddesses that we worship are inside of us. And we came from that place where there was no creation. It came from that place of consciousness, Satchidanand, truth, existence, and bliss. We came from a place where we were omnipotent and still are. We are 100% divine power and 100% of the time. This is the challenge of our lives. And then we are all pervading. Oh, we exist here, there, and everywhere. There is no separation. This is one consciousness. It cannot be divided. It exists in me and you in the same power. And it's omniscient. It knows the past and the present and the future. Imagine we are like that. It's a sin to think that we are anything else but consciousness, Satchidanand, truth, existence, and bliss. It is my intention this morning to bring us up to that state with the blessings of Acharya Swami Parameshananda ji. You know, when consciousness manifests itself to lift the fallen mankind and all of his creation, he takes different forms. This is why we have credible religions. We have the Buddha. He demonstrated how to lift himself, coming out of a grihasti, a palace in Lumbini gardens in Nepal. And then he was disgusted with having all these pleasures. It was his calling, and he responded to it. And he did his austerity, but he found out that Suffering itself physically is not the way. So he developed the middle path on the time he got God realization. Swami Parameshananda ji also is a saint of that caliber, a manifestation of consciousness of that caliber. He announced his coming, but his Leela from childhood, he had to set an example of how we can lift ourselves up. We are fallen devotees. Some of us have fallen way. Some of us are on the path. Some of us are way up there in the path to come to the realization that we are that we worship in all the gods and the goddesses. So he demonstrated in his life, and in 1917 took birth in 1896, Magh Purnima, in that full moon. And then in 1916, the same Magh Purnima, it's about full moon in February, he sat under that thatch shed, and with his boyhood friends from the school, they were chanting with singers there, and he came to that God realization. He demonstrated it. These are the examples that we have to set, and we have to model our lives to our from their examples that they set. The Christ came and he was born in a manger. I had the opportunity to go there, and the vibration in Bethlehem is still there. And then he would have developed himself, demonstrated, and he never had possessions. I had the opportunity to go to where the Sea of Galilee, where the net was cast. And then he also said, in his disciples, I'll make you fishers of men. They were regular fishermen. And then he says, I'll make you fishers of men. And this is why Christianity the Christ is so powerful. But you know, when religion comes into play, which is a documentation of these great souls, it is misinterpreted based on the development of the ones who put them into the books and who the ones who preach them, and it gets diluted and it gets become a dogma. So religion, it's good for us for the starting. This is how we develop our faith and devotion, worshipping the personalizations of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and space. Hanumanji is Pawan Putra, from the wind. Mother Ganga is from the water. Bhagwan Sri Ram is from the Surya dynasty. He came from that. But you know, these are all, it's good that we have to relate to personalization. Like I said, it develops our Shraddha, our bhakti, faith and devotion. So we continue to do that, but that's the schooling. One day, like a doctor, you have to graduate and you perform the surgery. You perform, you graduate, and you don't need the books. That's when you become a spiritual person. To explain spirituality, explain it to a gentleman in Canada yesterday, he couldn't get it. And he was called spirituality something that it is not. Spirituality is when you know there's only one truth. And that truth is in its totality. You know what is there, manifest and unmanifest. You become the created and the created. I'm sorry, the phone somebody called. Please don't call when I'm doing this video. We have to go back into our totality and rediscover it. That is our moksha. You know, we have to make an effort, and with the guidance of a spiritual master, I was speaking with the Christ, that, you know, we have to be very careful that when religion is being preached by someone who doesn't have that inner strength, that divine power, that omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent, who are not Satchidanand, they will be giving you a watered down version of God. So this way we want to move ourselves from that watered down religion, where it's good. Please continue to be religious and worship, but please look to elevate yourself, because in this lifetime we may not have the opportunity again. Let us make the best use of it, okay? This morning we'll be doing the Guru Aarti, but before that, I like to sing a very beautiful bhajan that I admire so much, and it has a very good raga into it, and it is very nice. It goes like this, adorations. It's adorations to the Guru. Eso chira sundara, eso chira sundara, murati manohara, santana maje. Eso chira sundara, bhakat jivan dhan, janagana taruna, tribhuvan bimoh saje. Eso chira sundara, eso mama kandari, gaurika trishuladhari, bhayahari pranava bihari, devata bhanti chit, darshana akulita, vyakulita katanar nari. Eso chira sundara, janamana parita, samahita saharita, mandrita tab gite gane, bhakta vachala, kanta swamujvala, nirmala satadhala prane. Eso chira sundara, pipata bhanjana, deva niranjana, janama marajaya swami, bipata bhanjana, deva niranjana, janamarana jaya swami. Eso hridaya bhashkara, purna sasadhara, duksharantarayani. Eso chira sundara, eso hridaya mandira, antara bahire, tomari mahima gite baje. Jivan sat dhale, sajabhuj charan tale, eso guru nav nav saje. Eso chira sundara, eso chira sundara, murati manohara, santanantara maje. Come, O eternally beautiful form of love, come to the heart of thy child. Thou art the Savior of mankind, the gem of all world. Come in thy majesty encompassing the three worlds. Come, O navigator, come in thy ochre robe, holding aloof the trident, armed with the sacred word. The gods vie with thy devotees to have a glimpse of thee. Oh, how feels good to speak of the Guruji, the Lord at worship. For me, he snatched me out of this mundane plain world. So he's looking for us. He looked for me and brought me, and he's sustaining me by giving darshan, coming off the photo and putting me in the right place at the right time to sustain and do his work, to do seva. And this is the purification. Devotees, find a way to do seva. Find a way daily to do your devotion, and have faith in everything that you do. The food that you eat, the austerity that you perform, the worship that you do, like this morning. Have faith that when you surrender yourself, then you'll get the grace of the Lord. Make that human effort. So join me as we do invocation to the Guru. And he authored this when he got God realization in 1916. Let us do that invocation, because he's no other than Lord Shiva, manifestation of Lord Shiva. Om Hara Guru Shankara Shiva Shambhu, Hara Guru Shankara Shiva Shambhu. Om Hara Guru Shankara Shiva Shambhu, Hara Guru Shankara Shiva Shambhu. Om Hara Guru Shankara Shiva Shambhu, Hare Guru Shankara Shiva Shambhu. Om Hare Guru Shankara Shiva Shambhu. Hare Guru Shankara Shiva Shambhu. गंगा में नहीं, जमुना में नहीं, महलों में नहीं, कुटियों में नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही. The Lord is not going to all these places. It's not in the palace, not in the hut. It's not in the Ganga and Jamuna. It is where you bring Him into your mind. You focus on Him. He's there. पाताल गगन जल में तल में, मुस्कात हुआ निकले फल में. मंदिर में नहीं, तीर्थों में नहीं, गीता में नहीं, वेदों में नहीं, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही, जहाँ याद करो भगवान वही. So if you're in the mandir, or you go to places of pilgrimage, Varanasi or Gaya, or any place that you call pilgrimage, or if you read this Vedas, or you're in the mandir, but your mind is not focused on God, it's going here and there. Yes, it's good that you're there, but you'll never reach to that point of spirituality where you transcend limited religion. This morning, let us become spiritual. Let us become the manifest and the creator and the created. It's all in us. Join me as we do the purification of the water and making this place a pilgrimage. How beautiful. So we bring, making this water, Gange cha Yamune chaiva Godavari Saraswati Narmada Sindhu Kaveri Jale Asmin Snanidim Kuru. We're going to bathe with this water and we'll make this place a holy place. Om Kurukshetra Gaya Ganga Prabhasa Pushkarani cha Tirtan Yatani Punyani Kale Bhavantoha. So we bring the water, we make this place purified, and your place, Mansika Puja. Now we took a bath outside, we'll cleanse the inside. Om Amrito Pasternamasi Swaha. Om Amrita Pidhanamasi Swaha. Om Satyam Yashasrimayi Sratam Swaha. Om Shanno Devi Ravishtaya Apo Bhavanta Pitaye Shanno Ravi Sravantunam. Now we'll purify the various parts of our body. Om Vak Vak mouth. Om Prana Prana nose. Om Chakshu Chakshu eyes. Om Srotam Srotam ears. Om Nabi navel. Om Hridayam heart. Om Kantaha throat. Om Siraha head. Om Bahobhyam arms. Yashobalam legs. Om Karatala Karaprishte all over the body. Now we're pure and we're invigorated. We have our three friends with us. Swami Parameshananda, what are real friends? Energy, enthusiasm, and perseverance. We have them all here, and we're going to destroy our sins. What are they? Weakness, fear, cowardice, meanness, and selfishness. We're going to destroy our enemies. Laziness, procrastination, lustful senses, and passions. And what we'll do? We'll become religious. We'll become self-sacrifice, self-abnegation, self-discipline, and adherence to truth. Because why? We want to go to our goal. What is the goal? Self-realization, universal emancipation. Individually, we develop that power and then we share it. This morning, we're sharing it. Om Sahasra Shirisha Purusha Sahasrakshu Sahasrapat सा भुविन् सर्वतो स्मृत्वा आत्यतिष्ठादशाङ्गुलम् ॐ सर्वतः पाणिपारं तत् सर्वतो अक्षिशिरोमुखं सर्वतः श्रुतिमल्लोके सर्वमावृत्य तिष्ठति ॐ ज्योतिषामापि तज्ज्योति तामसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्याविष्ठितम् ॐ गतिर्भर्ता प्रभु साक्षी निवासः शरणं सुरेत् प्रभवा प्रलयस्थानं निधानं बीजमव्ययम् ॐ त्वमादिदेवा पुरुषो पुराणं त्वामस्या विश्वस्या परं निधानं त्वामभया स्वस्वता धर्मगुप्त सनातनस्त्वं पुरुषो मतो मे ॐ पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वामस्या पूज्यस्य गरुर्गर्यं न त्वत्समोऽस्ति अभ्याधिक कुतोऽन्यो लोकत्रये अपि अप्रातिमं प्रभावम् ॐ करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा ॐ करो जया गुरु करो जया शिवा 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 Oh Lord, this morning I've come to surrender, to give up the obstacles to getting to you, to come out of this illusion of creation that you've created. With your help, please help me. With this agabati, I surrender that part of my mind, that part of smelling. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Oh Lord, with this light, I'm surrendering my sense of smell that makes up my mind. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om Karo Jaya Guru Om Karo Jaya Shiva Om. With this water in the shell, I surrender my sense of taste. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. With this Trishul, I surrender my three innate qualities that you created me with. Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic. Goodness, overactiveness and laziness. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. With this fan, I treat you like royalty, fanning you. And with the air, I surrender myself of touch, my sense of touch. Om Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. Karo Jaya. With this flower, I worship you, I adore you, I rever you, I surrender to you. It smells and the sounds of royalty being worshipped. Karo Jaya Guru Om. Karo Jaya Shiva Om. With my singing and on the ringing of the bell, I surrender sense of sound, hearing. So my five senses have been surrendered. They make up my mind. I surrender my mind to you. You give me the five elements which these items are coming from. I surrender. These will make up my body. I surrender my body to you. And the intelligence, the academic, the lower intelligence that I have, I'm surrendering it to you because I want that divine intelligence. And Lord, oh Lord, crush that ego, this Abhiman. Just give me enough to come to you. Om. Devotees, again, show that power of concentration. Don't be distracted again this morning. Totally, your mind should be focused 100% all the time on the Lord. Om Jnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuru Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. O Mantra Satyam Puja Satyam Satyam Deva Niranjana Gurur Vakyam Sara Satyam Satyameva Paramam Param. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatparam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Pitri Matri Surira Bandhu Vidya Tirtani Devata Natulyam Guruna Segram Sparshayet Paramam Param. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Om Dhyana Moolam Gurur Murti Puja Moolam Guru Param Mantra Moolam Gurur Vakyam Moksha Moolam Guru Kripa. Om Tvameva Mata Tvamicca Pita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakha Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. Om Guru Kripahi Kevalam kevalam, Guru Kripa hi kevalam. Om Guru Kripa hi kevalam, Guru Kripa hi kevalam, Guru Kripa hi kevalam, Guru Kripa hi kevalam. O Lord, only through your mercy I could exit this illusion that you've created. Your manifested, your lower nature. Please give me that wisdom and help me to rediscover I'm just like you. I'm the creator. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Devotees, nice to have you there this morning again, and we bring you closer to the altar and you take your blessings. Surrender yourself. Whoever that God that you pray to, bring him in focus or her into focus and surrender. Have that genuine guru, that bona fide guru as your spiritual master. Hari Om. Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Have a beautiful day, a blessed day.